welcome to Thoughts in Practice, a space where I share reflections, stories, and things I'm still learning as I go. This is where personal meets practical, whether it's about resilience, leadership, identity, or just navigating life as a first-gen professional. I try to explore how values actually show up in real life, not just in theory, but in practice. Sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's messy, but always honest. I'm glad you're here, and I hope something in these thoughts sparks something in you too. In my last podcast, I talked about what I called the character duo for success, resilience and compassion. But after sitting with it for a while, I realized there's another trait that deserves a place in that equation. It's closely tied to resilience, but it's distinct enough to stand on its own. Grit. When I think about grit, my mind goes back to my childhood in California's Central Valley, the agriculture heart of Fresno. We had moved there after first landing in Washington State. The cold was too much for my dad to bear with all his war injuries. I was still very young when I began working in the strawberry fields, and that's where my grit started to take root. Every morning in the summer at 4 a.m., I'd be out in the fields alongside my parents and the other migrant workers. We earned $1 for each crate we filled. About 8 to 10 baskets, like the ones you see at the store today. I watched my parents labor under the scorching sun, working so hard just to bring home $40 or $50 a day between all of us. My own contribution might have been just $5, but I worked my heart out. Sure, I'd get distracted sometimes, sneaking bites of the biggest, juiciest strawberries I can find. But my dad always kept an eye on me. He'd gently remind me to stay focused and finish my roll before I get my share. When we were done, he'd hand me $2, sometimes $5, which felt like a fortune back then. But looking back, the real reward wasn't the money. It was the shaping of my character. I was learning to push through the heat, the exhaustion, and the temptation to quit. I was learning to keep my eyes on the goal. That was the birth of my grit. The same grit carried me through college, double majoring in two of the toughest fields while raising a newborn. It carried me later when I pursued 2 master's degrees at the same time, while raising 2 kids and a growing, fast-paced career at GE. Resilience was my anchor, but grit was the engine that kept me moving forward, even when life got heavy. There were times the easy way out just seemed so tempting, but I learned to shut that down quickly. And there were storms I couldn't control. Divorce, my sister's disabilities and her struggles. Some of those storms knocked me down longer than I'd like to admit. But I always got back up. Every time I reminded myself why I had to keep going. Grit, paired with the resilience and compassion, is what carried me through life's fields, both literal and figurative. And it's what continues to guide me forward. And I hope you find the same through your life journey.